majority minority census tract right now. Until you look it up on the ffiec.gov website, it'll tell you, okay? But if you don't live in a majority minority census tract or buying in a majority minority census tract, and they are all in all of the areas. We serve in 5 counties. That's Davidson, Rutherford, Sumner, Cannon, and Williamson. Okay? If you're not in a majority minority census tract, you can get this. We have this program partners with 2 of our options. We have a portfolio loan. That's an in-house loan. My favorite loan. Okay? So we're talking about 2 pieces. We're talking about grant, free money, right? That's one thing. But what's even more important is your relationship and paying your mortgage back. So my favorite loan is the portfolio loan, 3% down, okay? Not 3.5, but 3, okay? Minimum credit score is 600, okay? That's pretty strong, okay? 600 credit score. Another great feature is that the program has no mortgage insurance. No mortgage insurance, okay? So what this $15,000 can do is go to cover that 3%, all of the 3%. Guess what you also have to pay when you buy a home? Closing costs. The $15,000 can go to cover the closing costs. Minimum contribution is only $500 on this loan, okay? And usually that's covered in your earnest money when you get serious and you make an offer for a home, okay? So again, let's think back to our kids, all right? Mom and dad, I want to buy a house. Oh, guess what? I need a gift for my parents. Here's your gift, okay? I'm gonna help you save money, right? Do your sister and brother a favor, get them nephews and nieces out of the house with this program, okay? It also, we can also, here's something that's new. We can, in a majority minority census tract, we can partner with THDA and go with the conventional option, and we can stack it. I love stacking. So they got $15,000 over there. It's in the form of a loan, and most likely you're not going to want to do that option, possibly because it might not be needed. But if we need to buy more house for some reason, need a little bit of stretch, we can look at that. That has a payment with it. But guess what? That 15 just turned to $30,000 in down payment assistance. They also have a $6,000 option. Okay, the $6,000 option has no payment, no interest. It's due on sale, so it doesn't really feel like it feels like a gift, but it's not, right? But that's $21,000 in funds that you can use to buy a home that you don't have to pay back. Guess what? We got more money coming, right? Every year there's funds that come out. They're projecting a $20,000 program that I can stack. That's $35,000, and that's a grant. So that is what I love to do. I love to give away organizations some money to help individuals buy homes, okay? So again, just to kind of show 3% down, or we call it home manager. That's my preferred option. That has no monthly mortgage insurance, 600 credit score. Tell me, who's gonna pay a higher interest rate, a 600 credit score or 800 credit score? 6. Wrong. Did I say that too loud? I'm sorry, I get excited. The 600 credit score has the same interest rate as the 800 credit score on this program. Okay, it was 6.625 the other day, and again, with no mortgage insurance, that payment compared to an FHA loan will probably save you $150 to $200, but put it up on against a conventional home ready, home possible loan with a low credit score around 620, MI is like $300-400 a month. I've done those loans, and believe me, I hadn't felt good about doing it. Okay, I had a friend of mine that had $300 a month MI, 200 and something HOA. I'm like, man, you're paying almost $600 in just kind of junk fees, in my opinion. That's not even touching the loan. Okay, so this is why. And new construction in a majority minority census tract area, going up against a new construction builder that's paying like 4 points to buy down the rate, but the buyer still has to pay their own closing costs. Okay, a buddy of mine was having to bring $11,000 to get a 5.875 interest rate because the builder did their thing or whatever. Guess what? Our payment went up $50. Okay, it was 6.5 versus 5.875 because no mortgage insurance. It was about $50 different. They did not have to bring 11,000. They brought 0. Would you trade 50 a month for 11 grand? Makes sense, right? So again, yes sir.
Yeah, could you name those counties and what you support again?
Davidson, Rutherford, Sumner, Cannon, Williamson. And there's probably 2 houses in Williamson. There is an 80% AMI cap that I'm fighting to increase. That means that a borrower cannot make over 83,760. But if we go THDA, we can go up with their product and their income limit, which is much higher, okay? And they can get more in down payment assistance, okay? Yes,
Say
ma'am.
those again, Davidson, Sumner, Williamson, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Williamson, Sumner, Cannon, Rutherford, Davidson,
Okay.
okay?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
This applies to construction,
It can go new construction if it's new construction.
and do you have to redo your loan after the construction is complete?
So this is not a construction loan, but you can buy a builder's newly constructed residence. So if you're looking to build, there's a product for that. Yeah, construction product.
Is this new homeowners?
Great question. So how long do you, if there's a time frame for new home to be called a first time home buyer? Anybody know? How many years? It's 3 years. So if you have not owned in 3 years, you're technically a first time home buyer and can qualify for first time home buyer benefits. However, we can use the 15,000 with Home Ready. You don't have to be a first time home buyer. We can use the 15,000 with the conventional THDA option that I was talking about. You don't have to be a first time home buyer. Okay? So that's a very good question. You could be moving down. Okay, go ahead.
When you say 3 years, 3 years since you last made a purchase, or you can't have
Ownership.
anything, and you can't have anything.
Ownership interest.
So be.
Ownership interest. Yes, ma'am.
For the majority minority census tract, you gave us a website.
FFIEC.gov. FFIEC.gov. If you go to the lower part, middle section, there's a map. You click on geo-tracking map, it will take you to a page where you put in an address. Once that address, 2025 data hadn't come out yet, so you have to change it to 2024, and then hit census information, and it will tell you if that property is in a majority minority census tract.
Excuse me, can this be used for rental property?
No, ma'am. That would be crazy. Good question, though. But, it, multifamily, 2 to 4 units, we can talk.
Oh,
You know, in some cases,
that
some-
can be.
How do you address the intimidation? Like I had kids who they had very good jobs, but the thought of home.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I almost did the dance right there. I got a 24-year-old, right? She was renting with her little buddy. Now, my 20, I learned something in banking. I saw a young lady buy a house at 18. She had credit for like 5 years before that. I was like, oh my goodness, she bought a house. So my daughter bought a house at 23, right? I think that you said intimidation, just the conversation.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
like maybe it's too far, but they pay more rent, probably average person pays for a mortgage, but
Yeah.
I can't seem to make the split the.
Show them that. Show them that. And think about the time they're wasting, and I don't say waste, I'm not the one to say ownership's for everybody. I first want to say it's not for everybody, okay? But if you can realistically see yourself being sitting still for a minute, or even find yourself to be in an investment situation, look at the numbers. And how much is your landlord gonna give you back? You know?
I would also suggest there are nonprofits in the area that specialize in homebuyer education, and also financial counselors and financial coaches. If you look that up, especially on the HUD website, they could go there and get some education, and it will help them and maybe empower them to feel much better about buying a house as well.
So you think it's the ignorance?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've been doing this for quite a while, but yes, I can tell you, yes,
Okay.
it
Or
is.
somebody else saying that versus their mom.
Yeah.
Even
I'll
though
say
it's the
one
same
last thing.
conversation.
Yeah.
One last real quick thing. If you're in the process or directing someone to a loan, like I said, I've been around and I've had some good and terrible experiences, okay? My acknowledgement, well, my advice would be to read the fine print. Read the fine print as soon as possible. What a lot of people want to do it's stressful to buy a home. So you're working with a lender and the terms are not favorable, but by the time you've got hooked and you're in the process, it's hard to break away. So do your shopping. I love community banks. I'm the newest guy here, I think, but I think we got some big things going, so it's great.
Fantastic. Alonzo, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And before we conclude, and I give you 4 quick takeaways, I would be remiss to not mention this gentleman who has come from Evansville. He is the Executive Vice President of Old National Bank. We are a 190-year-old bank. And I will say this, he probably doesn't want me to mention this, but I will say this anyway. He is the first African-American executive for Old National Bank. And so I think that's a pretty powerful thing. His name is Roland Shelton. He is the Chief Strategic Business Partnership Officer for the bank. And he has come here to engage with us. He has come here to promote us. He has come here to encourage us. And we appreciate, Roland, you being here today.
Yeah, you've done a great job. Made us proud.
Thank you.
Can we
So,
get Alonzo's contact info?
Oh, yeah, you got me. And get one of these. Like I said, I got a video of me smiling and talking. Yeah, use the QR right here.